While we continue to hear about the rise in cases, police are now calling for people to stop hanging out in large crowds. A message they're pushing even harder after an overnight shooting at one of those pop-up gatherings left one person dead. ABC 27's Jada Williams joins us live from the Tallahassee Police Department. Jada, how's the community working to put a stop to these gatherings?
Channing, business owners are working with the police department, allowing them onto their property whenever a large gathering occurs. Meanwhile, members of the community are trying to find other ways to keep their neighbors busy.
You know, we kind of refer to these as pop-up crowds.
A new challenge community members and Tallahassee police say they're facing. Hundreds of people hanging out wherever they can.
We don't have any authority there unless we have the cooperation of that business owner. And sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, and sometimes there's a there's a variation, anywhere on that spectrum of where that cooperation may be.
Over the weekend, in a pop-up crowd of about 300 people, someone was shot and killed.
It was emotionally charged. Obviously, a shooting had just occurred, so that's obvious. So the officers were dealing, with a lot of that emotion. People, who knew the victim, concerned about him.
Yet the police has received limited calls from that night, bringing to light a deeper issue in the community.
We have got to have the relationship with our community where our community feels comfortable in coming forward and sharing that information.
Pastor Rudy Ferguson chairs the police department's Citizens Advisory Council. Between the adult council and the youth, the goal is clear.
What we want to do after that is facilitate those ideas and concepts as adults with the experience and the know-how to bring those things that the kids access for, those young adults access for, to make sure that they're happy in the community and they can go on and become positive, productive adults.
Ferguson says this is work that adds to what he's been doing in the community through his church and the Frontline Project.
What we continue to do is continue to look for more innovative ways to address a lot of the issues that's dealing with our kids, how to find some jobs for them. And given that COVID-19 has pretty much put a snap on possibility of summer jobs and things of that nature, now we have to look within the community.
His end game, building the next generation of community leaders. 30 community members were selected to sit on Tallahassee Police Department's Citizens Advisory Council. At the next meeting, they will start to address use of force, and they will even go through use of force training. Now, as for the Youth Advisory Council, they're still accepting applications for teens in the community. About 50 have been turned in, and that deadline is August 11th. Reporting live, Jada Williams, ABC 27.